Hi traders, having a look at a potential buy setup on the New Zealand against the Japanese yen. So I'm just going to run you through my thinking and obviously make your own decisions for yourself. So let's have a look. First of all, I'm in the ACY cloud. So you'll see up here, we've got some data coming out on New Zealand right now. So the New Zealand participation rate forecast at 70.6 has smashed that up to 71.2%. But I'm really looking at this medium event here with the two yellow stars. So that's the unemployment rates just come out. The unemployment rate was tipped to drop from 4% down to 3.9, not bad. And it's dropped all the way down to 3.4. So it's absolutely eaten that alive. And we've also got some improvement there with the New Zealand employment change quarter on quarter, quite substantial. So with all of that news coming out, one might look at that and think, well, maybe there's a buying opportunity that might set up. So I want to use the data, the fundamentals as well. Remember, Iceland raised their interest rates kind of first, and then New Zealand jumped in only like a month ago or so and started raising their interest rates, followed by some really good employment data. So what we're doing is saying, well, the fundamentals are good. We're saying the employment data coming out data-wise is really positive. So let's jump in and have a look at the charts and see if there's any potential opportunities. So I'm going to have a look today at the New Zealand yen, and keep in mind, I'm looking at the New Zealand yen because it's also a Japanese bank holiday today. All right, so I'm looking at the New Zealand yen on a monthly chart here. So you can see price has, the MACD has crossed up. So we're in an uptrend. You can see higher bottoms, higher tops on the monthly. I'll go to the weekly and I'll have a look at that as well. So let me just push that across for you. So the weekly is looking really positive. So that weekly trend is up. It's broken through resistance and now it's heading back to test that support. So right around, see that here, see this daily support level, right around this sort of 80, 98 or 81. So we've had a big move up. It's come down and consolidating around this level. So being a buyer down at this daily support level, I'll zoom in on the 15-minute and look for a potential trade setup. So you can see here at the moment, we've got this hold above that level, along with all of that news pushing the price higher at the moment. So just to give you the setup that I was looking at, it was a pretty straightforward one. I was looking for price. It moved below that resistance level, also right around a figure, and then it's decided to get above it. Okay, we get a trend line break, the MACD's crossed up. Therefore, we're in a position where I've entered this about 15 minutes ago. I can go at the point below this daily support level and maybe only risk about 25, 26 pips. Okay, and do we have the potential in line with the longer term trends to see perhaps price move all the way up to 81.95? So a really solid trading opportunity. Let's see how it works out for the rest of the day. Hi traders, looking to take risk out of this New Zealand dollar Japanese yen trade. I'll take you through how the day has progressed because we're looking at an evening time now. So it sort of moved throughout the day, and in fact right before that Frankfurt London Open, another trade set up within this trade. So I'll take you through that right now. So let's have a look at the screen, and this is where we were entering this trend line break. The MACD had crossed up. It had traded back above that support, daily support level, which is that black line, and above the figure, right on that positive employment data. So price moved up, and we put this up as a potential trade idea on our friends over there at FinLogic. So let's play it out. So you can see here, I'll move you forward. Tokyo market opens, and these pivot lines redraw for a new day. And as we move through now, you'll see price went back down, and I was like, if it comes down and respects this daily support level and sets up again, I'd be interested in getting into another trade. So if you're someone that wasn't up at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m., in fact, maybe 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. is a better time for you, right around another market open. So you'll see here, I've got this trend line drawn in. and it's respecting this daily support level. So it went under it last night, early morning, and then broke back above on the good news. I want to see if it's going to hold here. It's putting in a higher bottom. Okay, and what I'm looking for is this MACD to cross up and this trend line to break and it to hold there. So let's move forward, and there it is right there. So now I'm seeing that I could potentially enter this trade. See there, a risk of about 10 pips, whereas previously I was risking about 25 pips on the first trade. So I'm entering a second trade, okay, right here with a lower risk profile, and because it's showing me a number of positive signs. So as we move up, what I'm looking for as the markets open, you'll see Frankfurt opens there, and then London opens, and we get this nice move up, okay, right up to this dotted line or the central pivot. So up here, I'm looking at that and saying to myself, well, it's failed up here already today. It's the central pivot. So if we are moving down, you'll see how it's failed the previous day under the central pivot. Is it just moving up to there and going to break through this support? So why don't I just get risk out of this trade? If it comes down, it takes me out break even. If it breaks through, then I could look at taking some profit at a higher level. Okay. So now remember, there are two options. You could take some small profit and get that trade out of the way. Okay. But what I'm choosing to do is leave both trades live, but at break even. All right. I'm going to show you the 4-hourly chart too really quickly. So let's have a look at the 4-hourly chart to give you a better idea of what I'm looking at there. So I'm looking at the 4-hourly chart resistance level. So you can see here, this support sort of area there, is that becoming resistance? Okay, so why not, if that is the case, if that support area here is going to become resistance now, why not get risk out of the trade? If it comes back down, maybe it'll set up and I can get into another buy trade, or it might break through this resistance and I can take some higher profits. All right, that's all from me. I'll keep you updated. Morning traders, looking to take some profit right now on this New Zealand dollar against the Japanese yen trade that we did yesterday around that employment data that came out on the New Zealand currency. So let's just check it out. So you can see here, these green lines. So that's where we entered our first trade, just to recap. And you can see throughout the night, price went up, came down, came very close to taking that trade out at break even. However, we had entered on this bottom green line, that second trade, which I just went through. So at the moment on both trades, we're looking at a profit of about 666. There you go, 66 pips with a risk of about just shy of 20. So that's a 3-to-1 trade. On this situation in just doing a trade from yesterday till this morning. So a full trade, a 3-to-1 trade is one that I will take partial profits on. And this trade here, obviously we're looking at, we're looking at about 55 pips. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to, because we've got risk out of the trade, this trade here, this first trade we got into, that one's gone. All right. So taking profit on that particular trade at around 50, 53, 54 pips. Okay. However, I'm going to leave the second trade on. Okay, what will be the target? So you can see yesterday I got right up to right around today's projected high. See that there? So up around here, I know a new day is about to start in a couple of hours, but as a target, nice target to get a 3-for-1 trade. Let's go to the daily chart though. So the trade that I'm leaving on, that is at break even. Okay, just going to show you this one here. So I've put in some daily resistance. So we're heading up in that direction. So that would be around, 82.10, around that 82 handle. I'll keep an eye on that. And from where we are right now, that would be another, another decent sort of 40 odd pips there. So we could turn, say, a 20 pip risk into a 100 pip gain potentially on that trade. One, we've taken profit. The second thing I like to do is to finish off is to say, can I lock in any profit today? So I'll go back to the 15-minute chart. So I've literally got this green line here. So depending on how these charts repaint for the day, I'll have a look at this central pivot. and maybe raise from break even up to just below that central pivot to lock in some profit as well, and depending on where that repaints. But I hope you've enjoyed this positive employment data out of New Zealand, and look for these opportunities in line with strong trends. And of course, down at daily support, they do provide good opportunities. All right, everybody, have yourselves a great day.